So my dear children, in class 6, you have already discussed in chapter light, shadow and reflection. Then in class 7, again you have studied about this chapter, light. In this we discussed about the types of mirror and the types of lenses. But now in class 8, we will study about the explanatory terms related to reflection of light that we have already discussed in class 7. So now in class 8, you will study about the structure of human eye, the types of reflections, multiple reflections, and effects of vision. Right? So let's start our chapter. There is light. So first of all, light, as you all know, that light is a form of energy which produces in us the sensation of vision. That we can visualize the world because of light. Right? At night we can't see, but we can see the moon and the stars. Right? We can see clouds, rainbow, birds flying in the sky. So, what makes things visible? Obviously, one word will come to your mind, that is light. But there is a phenomena related to light which is very, very important, because if this phenomena will not take place, then we will not be able to see. Right? This is required to visualize the world in the presence of light. So that is what? That is reflection of light. As you can see here in this picture, one mirror is used, plain mirror, fixed. Then a strip is used, and from the back of the strip, the light was allowed to fall on that mirror. So this is the ray going. Then after striking, you can see this ray is coming like this. You can see one ray is this. Then after striking, it is coming here. Right? So what is this? Striking, the light is going, striking, this is reflecting surface. This is the reflecting surface. Then after striking this reflecting surface, what happened? After striking, the ray is coming like this. So how does this happen? This is called reflection of light. The phenomena of bouncing back of light after striking the reflecting surface. This is light going on striking that reflecting surface, then bouncing back. Right? That is reflection of light. Very important phenomena. Without this phenomena, we can't understand that how we are able to see. Now, there are terms related to light that I would like to tell you. Now we know that, suppose this is the surface, right? And then one ray of light coming here, right? Striking. Then after striking that, moving like this, right? One more we can say, this one. So now, dear children, try to understand these terms. Very, very important. Now suppose this one. Mentioning of arrow is really important because these arrows will tell you that from where it is coming and to in which direction it is going. Okay, so now this is the angle, one angle, this is another angle. Now first of all you have to understand the terms. This ray, blue color one, that is incident ray. This is incident ray, right? Same way this is reflected ray, right? And this one is normal, right? So these are very important rays. And this one, yes, here we can also, that is reflecting surface. This is a reflecting surface. Clear? So ray of light which is coming to the reflecting surface, after striking it will go like this. Green color ray is reflected ray. So this is reflection of light, bouncing back of light after striking the surface, right? This ray which you can see on the screen, that is normal. Normal means the ray which is perpendicular to that surface at an angle of 90 degree. This is normal. This we call normal. Clear? And here you can see this angle, that we denote as I, angle of incidence. And this we call, this angle we call it angle of reflection, angle R, right? So if I would like to define all these terms, so what is incident ray? The ray before striking the reflecting surface is known as incident ray. And on the other side, reflected ray, the ray after striking the surface, that is known as reflected ray. Then the normal, the ray which is perpendicular to the reflecting surface, that is normal. Then the angle of incidence. Angle of incidence is the angle between the incident ray and normal. Here you can see the angle between incident ray and normal is known as angle of incidence. And the angle between normal and reflected ray is known as angle of reflection. Clear? Now, in this chapter, we will study about laws of reflection, which is very important. The first one is angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence is always is equal to angle of reflection. And second is incident ray incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lie in same plane. So these are the two laws of reflection which we have to keep in mind. So now on the basis of this, the numericals can come. How the numericals can be there? Like it will be given this angle. Only this much angle, the green color portion. You can see the circle here. So this green circle, that angle will be given. Suppose this angle is given 35 degree, right? You will say this, the angle between incident ray and reflecting surface is 35 degree. What will be the angle of reflection? Just listen again. The angle between incident ray and reflecting surface is 35 degree. It means that this angle is given, this much only. Angle of incident ray with reflecting surface. So this angle is 35. And we know that this normal means perpendicular, and perpendicular always makes an angle of 90 degree. Always 90 degree. So if this angle is 90 degree and this one angle is 35, so what will be the remaining angle? 90 minus 35, right? It will be 55. But we have to find out angle of reflection. We are having angle of incidence. So what we will do? We will use this law of reflection. That is first law. Angle of incidence is always is equal to angle of reflection. So if angle I is 55, angle R will also be 55 because of law of reflection, right? So dear children, these are the type of numericals. In another way, same way the angle can be on this side will be given. Same way you can use this. And if the angle total is given, okay, angle between incident ray and reflected ray is 80 degree. What is the angle of incidence? Listen again. If the angle between incident ray and reflected ray is 80 degree, what is the angle of incidence? So what we will do, we know that angle I and angle R are equal. And what is given to us? Angle I plus angle R is equal to 80 degree. So you can solve it and you will get angle of incidence is equal to 40 degree. Yes, 40 degree, right? So this way we can calculate the angles between these, right? Apart from this, here you can see by using this angle of incidence and angle of reflection, you can calculate. So normal is given, so angle of incidence, law of reflection that we have already discussed. Yes, very important. What would happen if I threw the light on the mirror along the normal? So we know that mirror is 90 degree, but angle of incidence or angle of reflection we measure with the normal only. But if the ray will come along the normal, then what will happen? The angle of incidence will be 0. If angle of incidence is 0, angle of reflection will also be 0. So the ray will move straight. After striking, it will come back along the normal only, right? So there is no Angle of incidence, angle of reflection is 0. Was the diagram which we have already discussed to understand angle of incidence, incident ray. And we know about nature of image, characteristics of image found by the plane mirror, which we have discussed in class 7, right?